What's crazy to me, though, is after seeing her full art, they didn't even need to censor it.
It wasn't that bad.
No, when they had the censor on her butt, I was like thinking, oh my god, she's got like a thong on probably. Like, what is going on? Why did they have to censor that? And then you see the full art, and she's not even showing anything. She's like covered on the bottom. So it's like,
she's not even as bad as like Summer Leguard was. Like,
yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, no, but someone brought up to me that it's like it's more lewd when it's left to your imagination than when you actually see what it looks like. Hey, what's poppin', sexies? It's your boy here, and we are back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and it is day 5 of the TACHOcast. So our special guest on tonight is the one and only Oblivion. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going? Excited to be here.
Yeah, you were one of the first people that just came to mind for like, okay, I'm doing a podcast, need to get some people on. Who is the one like other FaTuber besides me who we just like seem to click on almost every single thing we talk about?
Oh yeah, every time we talk, it's always just a good time talking talking smack, having a good time.
Yeah, because we agree on like almost everything, I think. We
have like very similar taste in most things.
Yeah, it's like the echo chamber when we're talking to each other. Okay, but there's a couple of things I wanted to talk to you specifically about. Well, the first one, of course, is regarding the Fate channel, because, of course, Oblivion is always talking us up, right? Like, he's in the works on this video, how they can improve Fae, how they can attract more players into Fae, how they can garner more attention for the game, and all that stuff. And the video is just always in development hell, it seems.
It is. It is. As a lot of my videos are always in development now.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can kind of take a little bit of a side detour into some thoughts for that here. I want to just quickly discuss. So, the Golden Week Fate channel, no one is coping for that. It was just bad, right? Like, it's an agreement, I think, by the whole community that they just completely missed the mark. Now, prior Golden Weeks, I feel like were certainly better. Don't they typically include the child banner in the Golden Week stuff?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Because I feel like
I know that we get more stuff typically, and like I think last year we got Seer Snare, didn't we? During Golden Week, I think we did.
I think so too. Yeah. So like they introduced a new mode here. They brought back an old classic. They brought back Rooker Sieges, but
yeah,
it's not really a new mode, and it's also like kind of. It's very telling as well because they brought it back and they gave out this 1,000 dragon flower reward for each type.
Yep.
But the problem here is it's only going to be for this one Golden Week Rooker Siege.
Exactly.
Like what?
Exactly.
I think, okay, so everyone is starving for flowers right now. So what I think they should have done is just like permanently bring back Rooker Sieges. They could kick out like one of the rotational modes that no one cares about, like Pawns of Loki. Who the hell cares about that? Or like
only Bard.
Yeah. Or like Affinity Auto Start. Like no one cares about that over Rooker Sieges. Like, come on.
Right.
This mode was always fun. So what they can do is put this on permanent rotation, and then just have like the 1,000 flower reward every time it runs.
Yep, I agree. Because the thing is like, I saw a lot of people being like, trying to be positive, and like, it's 1,000 dragon flowers. And I'm like, okay, do you know how much a 1,000 dragon flowers really is? That's only enough to upgrade one character to +5, right?
Yeah.
If you're trying to upgrade like a old school Gen 1 unit, you need like thousands and thousands of dragon flowers. Like, it's not that much really. So like, you really do need the mode to repeat for us to actually get some kind of value out of it.
Exactly. And not only that too, one character from like Gen 1 can take upwards of 3,000 flowers, but that's only one unit too. How many units are in this game?
Exactly.
It's like 1,000 plus. So you're never gonna have enough flowers, basically, is the point. And even if they ran this every single time and it had the 1,000 flower rewards, you still wouldn't have enough. So like that's one of the things. And so actually, Oblivion, they did introduce a way that we could get more flowers. So hold on.
I was just about to say that.
Where
Whale
is it?
Ordeals.
Where, do they have it in the notifications, or is it like?
I don't think so, because it hasn't technically came out yet. It will be probably in the Loki notification.
All right, but basically, if from this point forward, not retroactively, if you get a merge on any future releases for Legendary, Mythic, or Emblem Heroes, you're going to be able to do a special heroic ordeal that gives you 600 flowers of that unit's movement type. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah,
it's fucking trash. Like it's garbage. Like it's so trash. It's like the most aggressively like monetized whale garbage. Like they're like, hey, you need this resource. This isn't even a new resource, right? It's an old resource we've had for Dragon Flowers for how long? And the way we're gonna give it out to people is by making you merge on the most difficult banner to merge, where free-to-play players can't even get a spark. Like, it's so trash. Even the worst thing is even whales, right? You can only spark once. So that means if you want to get that guarantee, you have to at least get a copy on the way to spark or after. Like, it's just so... It's trash. Like, there's no other way to put it.
Yeah, and of course, it has to be Legendary, Mythic, and Emblem Heroes that are always triple color sharing with 4 different colors. Legendary banners suck ass. They are the worst. It's like... The rates on those were like, it's not 8%, it's 8% rates pretty much for those. Because, like, you're
right.
Everyone has a horror story of, like, summoning deep to get a +10 on a Legendary Hero banner where they just got shafted beyond belief.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, literally everyone has a problem with that. Like, and sometimes it's like even just getting one copy can be like hundreds of orbs.
Remember that time?
That's the thing. Like trying to get 2. Like,
remember that time before the Spark where I dropped like 900 orbs for Legendary Edelgard and I only got 1 of her?
Yep.
Like, what the hell is that shit?
That happened to me with Naga. Like, the reason why I had a +10 Brave Hector was because I was trying to get Naga merges. I got Hector instead. Like,
yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I mean that's just like taking the whale bait to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And also, hold on, let's talk about this too. So they added some new shop sales here, and I want to talk about this one in particular. So they've got the Ascended Floret here for sale that you're able to purchase.
It's not showing it. I think your screen might have froze.
All right, hold on. All right, so I just wanted to quickly talk about this particular sale pack here. So for $50, basically the price of an actually good game, not Faye, you're able to get a 1 Ascended Floret and also 40 Trait Fruits and 120 orbs. So, I mean, this is obviously targeted at the big money spenders such as yourself. So how do you feel about this?
I mean, this I'm like kind of whatever on, because like they've done stuff like this before. Now, obviously, like this is them. Honestly, I've been asking them to sell Ascended Florets for a very long time. Does that really fix the problem? No. Like I've thought of ways to fix the problem before with Florets because they're so difficult to get.
Right.
But I don't find this to be like egregiously bad. I don't know why. Probably because Florets don't feel as necessary as Dragonflowers do for older units. You know, I mean, they kind of feel like a thing you give your favorites or like your like premier unit.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's still bad. Like, it's still whale bait, like 100%.
Yeah, I think the main purpose of the Florets is really just to boost up the most recent release units. Because, like, typically they'll have multiple super boons that you want to get, like, 2 copies of. So, if you summon on a banner and let's say you get, like, plus speed Duo Robin and you want to give her plus attack, you could just, like, give her a Floret. Yeah. But, here's my fix for the lack of Florets, because they really goofed up big time when they made the Florets 1 copy per Ascended Hero. I think it should have just been like 1 per. Every single time you summon a copy of an Ascended Hero, you get a Floret. But I think what they can do is make it so we can take off Florets from units we've already given them to and then put them on somebody else. So, like, at least that way, because they're not going to give us, like, a crazy amount of Florets all at once. So, like, the one thing they could do is at least let us reposition them onto other units. Because I've got a lot of Florets on a bunch of units that are way out of date, and I can't use them anymore. But I would just love to put them on somebody better at this point.
Yeah. I think the best way... Because, like, for me, like, whenever I'm thinking about trying, like, how to fix Fae, I always try to think of from a business perspective, too, right? Because, like... as a business, intelligent systems has to make decisions to make them money, right?
Right.
And so for me, like, my big thing is I think they should rework Fae Pass, and they should make it more like an actual battle pass, and they should put a Floret on the paid side. So I think people would buy it. Like, it would be a way to get consistent income every month. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you reach level 30 on your battle pass, there's a floret there on the paid side. Like,
yeah, and also
whales will want it, right? Whales will pay for it. Like this proves whales will pay for it.
Yeah, people pay for the Fate Pass as it is, and the Fate Pass sucks.
Right.
It's so bad.
Exactly. It sucks. It's terrible.
Yeah, who the hell cares about the Resplendence at this point? Unless it's like a favorite of yours and you just want to get the alt. Like, I don't really see much of a point in any of these Resplendence, especially when they're so old. Like, these units are never going to be relevant again, no matter how much, like, affirmative action you give them. You could go, like, Laguz 4 and, like, I don't know, Prime 4 and, like, all the craziest skills incited, and you're still probably just better off using an unmerged unit you just summoned today, right? So, like...
Yeah.
I
think it's just for favorites pretty much. It's like, hey, look at the new art. That's cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Fate Pass, because the thing is about Fate Pass, why it's so hated is because it's only for like spending, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at like other gachas, they have just battle passes, and half the battle pass is free to play. And so I think that's a great way to add some stuff that free to play players need as new players, while also incentivizing whales and like light spenders to buy the Fate Pass every month.
That's interesting. Okay, so Genshin has a battle pass, right?
Correct.
Okay, so how does it work in Genshin?
So there's two tracks. There's a free-to-play track and there's a paid track. And the free-to-play track has all the same stuff as the paid track mostly, but the paid track will have either more of it or it will have like a more premium version. So it'll be like, hey, here's 5 orbs, and then the paid pass would have like 10 orbs or something like that. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah. Now, I mean, they already have the perfect feature to put available in the free pack, which is auto start. Like, you know how many people need auto start, and it's just locked behind a money wall?
Yep.
All it does is give us, like, let us keep our sanity. Who the hell wants to grind modes like this? Like, Forging Bonds, it's just a grind fest. Tempest Trials is just a grind fest. If they want to really keep player attention and keep people playing the game for longer and, like, not just burning them out and making them want to quit, I think just having the auto start is a huge benefit that they could go for.
Yeah, personally, like, I had a whole Fate Pass video planned. I don't know what's going to get, but my idea pretty much is, like, you give the free-to-play players the standard things that Fate Pass has now, where, like, the auto start and, like, the restart button. And you make Fate Pass about like a battle pass, and you also add luxury to it, right? Add all these nice features that you don't need, but are really, really nice, right? Like things that people would want, like multi-sparking, I think would be really good, right? Give everybody a spark.
Yeah.
Give everybody a spark, but if you have Fate Pass, you can spark the same hero twice. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like where it's not necessary, but people would want it, right? Like if you're rolling for your favorite and you could spark them twice now with Fate Pass, people would buy it 100%.
Yeah. No, well, so let's take seasonal banners, for example, because you can only spark on these if you had the Fate Pass. But
exactly,
why not just put the spark there for everybody, and then if you have the Fate Pass, you can make better use of the spark. Like get either, maybe you can get like up to 4 sparks on the banner, or you can spark again and get like whichever unit you want, even if you've already sparked them.
Exactly, right. I mean, people would do that, right? Like if you're like, oh, I've been saving orbs, and I love Duo Robin. I've been saving orbs for them, but now I can just buy $10 and get the Fate Pass and get like multiple free Robins. People are gonna do that.
Yeah, and it's not really losing them money either. If anything, I think it incentivizes people to spend more money because if you've got a spark in the wings and you're like, oh, all I want to do is just get the guaranteed copies. I don't really want to gamble away orbs. So I'm going to summon until I get to the 40 out of 40. I'm going to spark the copy that's guaranteed. And then if I have more sparks that I can do, I might be more incentivized to do those too.
Yeah, and I think there's proof for that, right? Because like back in the day, we used to only get like 1 spark on like Choose Your Legends and the Christmas banner.
Yeah.
But then they started adding 4 sparks to them. And the reason why is because it's making them more money, right? They wouldn't do it otherwise.
Yep. I mean, this Christmas banner that we got recently, that was the biggest example of like how they can really monetize the game, because it was just the power creep was on another level. The units were the units that people are spending the most money on and people want.
Yep.
They gave us 4 sparks on it. The fodder was out of control. That, like, every single thing about that Christmas banner was... I don't think there was a more successful banner than that one in the whole last year, right?
No, I don't think so. Like that banner was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about it too, and like by this point, I feel like the units, at least the majority of them, have been power crept. Winter Edelgard is still pretty solid, but like, Yunaka's DPS is definitely fallen off a cliff, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the problem with nukes and tanks, right? Like nukes
Yeah.
and tanks just are always competing with each other.
Yeah.
It's just bad for the game, to be honest.
Yeah, okay, so we ripped for a little bit on some ideas on how they can improve the game. So let's head over to AR and see what's going on in here. All right, so I've got a brand new defense here. We have actually somebody rematched me from the other day, so let's take a look at what happened here. Oh, big brain strats. He's not running any... Well, he's running as little structures as possible, pretty much, which I've started doing as well, because it seems like flyer lines and like cav lines have taken over to try to avoid Ike and attack somebody else. So, like, having more space on the bottom is definitely helpful.
Yeah, I do the same.
Oh, actually, hold on. He's not running the bonus structure.
The bonus structure. I was about to say that there's no bonus structure.
Oh, this is not going to go too well for him. But he's got this awesome Dimitri here with Lagoo's friend, which is a pretty massive buff for this guy.
Yes. It definitely made him more relevant again.
Yeah, and him and Asker alike. Like, any unit that already had, like, defense-based DR or attack-based DR or whatever, they got such a buff from getting also Lagoo's friend, because then you could just double up.
Yep. Him... Like, Asker, Dimitri, Legendary Corrin, and, like, Duo Asker, I feel like, are, like, some of the biggest winners.
Oh, my God. Legendary Corrin is so nuts now. Because she's got, like, negating Fang, too, and then, like, you could go Lagoo's friend. It's insane.
And it protects her against Brave Attacks, which is, like, one of the big ways you get around that, but nope.
Yeah. All right, so why don't we go ahead and play this and see how this guy does. So he goes for a Ruse with Jarek there. I guess he's got Ruse 4.
Yep.
All right, but I mean, I'm not using triangle attack, so it doesn't really matter.
Right, it's just some debuffs.
Yeah, and then he tosses Dimitri all the way up there. Okay. All right, I'm sure... I mean, Dimitri is pretty tanky for sure with Lagoo's friends, so I don't know if we can kill him, but we don't need to. We can just bypass him.
Go around him. Just exactly. I was like, I don't know if that... I mean, there's like a rally trap with Pathfinder right there.
Yeah. So
how far back as possible.
How have you been faring on defense with the addition of Emblem Mike?
I'll be honest, like this week, I was gonna make a new defense, and then I was tired, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do one day. Like, I won't lose on the first day, right? And I lost on the first day, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I'll just come back next week.
Yeah, so I got you. I mean, first of all, like, it takes quite a bit of time to really construct a solid defense. Like, you got to really sit there for a couple of hours and think about it, and then you got to play test it afterwards. So the time sink. Especially if you've already lost the fight for the season, it's like, it's not really worth it then. But,
yeah,
I mean, as soon as Emblem Ike came out, I was like, yeah, this is GG for defense. Like, there's almost nothing you can do to stop him.
I've literally just been using Ike. That's it.
Yeah,
so I don't need to do anything else. Like, I don't. Yeah. Why would I use anything else when I don't have to?
Yeah, exactly. He's just like so punishing for defense teams. They don't really have a way, because all of the ways that you would beat him, like Hush Spectrum, he's got a counter to that. You just give him Rally Spectrum, or you could do like AOE attacks to beat him. But if he has Goto support, he can't really be touched by that. What else is there? Like pre-charged specials. They gave the guy freaking Pulse Smoke built in. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yep.
They
literally, I just had like 3 Ike teams with like the 3 different types of support I need. And then,
yeah, me too. I've got the same thing. Like, I've got one team with Satyr to like turn, because I don't have Goto, so I have to like turn off the AoE.
Okay.
So I run Satyr to do that. Then I've got one with the Brave Robin, so I can get Rally Spectrum to like go through Hush Spectrum, and then I have one with like just a unit to get bonus doubler.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same, but I have one with Gatekeeper, just like to shut off any warping teams.
Yeah, actually, Gatekeeper would have been a good idea for me, because I did lose to a Flyer Ball where they bypassed Ike and they went at my other units.
Yeah, I found that like that is kind of common. Like they'll do like balls where like there's like some kind of guidance trap. I was like, okay, I'll just put Gatekeeper right here, and it just shuts the whole thing down.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, I want to see like what your defense was. So
it's I haven't changed it. It's the same.
All right, so how much lift loss did you lose so far?
Let me look at where I'm at. Yeah,
all right,
give you the exact number.
All right, let's see here.
I think I lost 2 matches.
All right, so you've also got a
20,070.
Okay. All right, but you've got a cav line here, a Pathfinder cav line.
I didn't change anything. I left it from the season before.
Like the quickest fix I could say is give Leon like Fatal Smoke.
Yeah.
But
I mean, honestly, I'll just rework the whole thing though. If I'm gonna change anything, I'm just gonna rework
you can give Kvasir the Valentine Selena weapon too. That would help.
Right. I don't think I have that though.
I've heard now. I can't confirm this, but I've heard that the Valentine Selena weapon on Legendary Veronica actually bodies Ike.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Because she hits him twice in a row. Like after the melt damage, then the enclosure like finishes him.
She's premium though, right? Like she's the 4-star unit on that banner. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think I have any copies of her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably just rework the whole defense because I'm like, I don't really feel good about Dagger anymore or Sonic-y. Like, so I'm probably just gonna like swap it. They're pretty like a green. I had a green and a green. I got rank 1 in Chaos Season just by using a green pretty much because a lot of people just didn't bring AOE protection for Ike.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go ahead and start doing some fights here. I actually like lose track of how many fights I'm supposed to do because on these videos I only do one at a time instead of like the doubles. Like a 50. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And because of that, look how many ladders I've already used. It's just me like playing. I'm playing like total crap. In this series, I've just been like really bad. Okay, so we have a flyer line here. Well, actually not really. It's just Claude getting the bonus movement. But we do have a lot of places to hide here. I'm pretty sure Ike just demolishes this.
He should, yeah.
All right, but let's see. Which one do I want to go for? I guess we'll go for bonus.
You have enough room to hide everybody?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because this is a safe spot.
Yeah, you have enough. You're good.
Yeah, and then we'll just smite him up, and I don't have to worry about like Tina or anything on this guy's team. Now,
yeah, you just isolate the dancer, and then.
Has this been a problem for you too, where getting the pots is harder than winning the fight when you use Ike?
That's been the case for me for years. As an Altina user, it's like, okay, Altina can win on turn 1. But then I lose all my pots, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I gotta figure out some way for her not to kill everything.
But I feel like more so with Ike than anyone else, because he's like so built around, like just completely face tanking everything that if I put him too far up, like here, I'm just gonna smite him in, but I have to also be mindful that he's not just gonna destroy the whole team in one turn, so I can get the pots.
Exactly. No, exactly, 100%. So it's very frustrating sometimes.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully, I mean, I don't think I'm going to get sniped here, but it's always a possibility.
You just have to, like, hide air behind Ike and then... Or a peony bee behind Ike, either one. And then the other one, the corner, you're good. Or the little crevice.
Yeah, I can just get a little extra support on him.
Yeah. Yep.
And then let's just go right there. And...
Yep.
This should be okay. I have said this should be okay like so many times in this series, and it's not been okay. All right, so Kvasir's up first.
I'm like honestly happy Ike is like back, but like also like he's cancer.
Yeah, like I'm conflicted because we have been so starved for an actually good Ike. It feels like it hasn't been like when was the last time Ike was really a dominant unit? Was it like Fallen Ike? From way back.
Fallen and Brave were both pretty much like in the same like era, I'd say, right? Like they both pretty much fell off when Dual Lift got added.
Yeah, once they added
but,
DR piercing, like that was kind of it.
And Fatal Smoke. Fatal Smoke was so God, I hate Fatal Smoke.
Yeah, they gave Dual Lift like everything he needed to just blow up every Ike. He was the biggest.
He's like my least favorite unit in the game because of that. Yeah. He like destroyed my Ike era.
Funny thing, I actually killed my Duo Lift to give Fatal Smoke to someone to beat Emblem Ike. I think I gave it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I gave it to Duo Leon for Chaos.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's a good person to put it on.
Yeah. It's also pretty good on Ike himself, because you can beat all the other Ikes, too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the dirtiest.
I've seen that too.
It's the like dirtiest move you can do. Just give it to him. And also, like another problem he has is miracle enemies. So like if he can bypass miracle with Fatal Smoke, it just shreds so hard.
Yep, like 100%. Like he's very interesting because I find it like Mars Spring is like technically better in my opinion than Ike Spring, but Ike is like a way better unit, and Ike has the Goose Friendly, which is like possibly the best fodder
Yeah,
in the game right now. Like, if you could use it.
I don't even think it's close. Like, Lagoo's friend is so nutty.
I don't know what they were thinking. Like, when
Yeah.
you compare it to other B skills, it's just like, wait, what? It does how many things?
So you get DR piercing, you get true DR, you get also special acceleration, you nullify enemies DR, and it has adaptive, like, defensive res, whichever one is better. It's like, it just does everything you want it to. I was so shocked that tomes were able to use it too. Like, that is so good.
Oh, I know, right? I was like, wait, what? That was the last thing I expected.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, like, Duo Asker was, I don't want to say he was like falling off, but he kind of was not as insane as he used to be.
Definitely.
But then
he was definitely falling off a little bit.
Then he just got Lagoo's friend 4, and it's like, oh, he's back again.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen the SD teams with Brave Soren, Duo Asker, and Ashnard?
Oh, I actually ran a team for SDS with Ashnard and Ike on it, because I was getting the Rain Snap support from Ashnard, and then he gives, like, guard support to Ike and, like, all the debuffs. It was pretty nuts. It was really fun, actually. But
there's, like...
Yeah, go ahead.
Banned. It got banned, right?
Yeah, it got vetoed, like, every single time.
There's, like... Because there's, like, 2 variants. There's a variant with, like, Ike and Ashnard. But there's also a Soren variant where you have Soren turn Ashnard into a near save, and you turn Duo Asker into your far save. And it's, like, really toxic. Like, it's really hard to deal with.
Yeah, I think I might have to miss one pot here, because it looks like I might have to just start attacking right here.
Start running out.
Yeah, because there's definitely a way I could have played this better to get the pot, but...
I think, yeah.
Yeah, and at this point, I've used, like, so many ladders, I just don't want to risk it anymore.
Right, you don't want to risk it. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Alright, so let's just go ahead and do that. Or is there... I mean, I've already lost, like, a bait on Embla. I thought that Asker would be able to tank her once, and she just beat him. So...
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, I mean, Embla's really good still, with her C skill just, like, turning off everything. So I
think Asker will be fine.
I would say so too, but like, after what happened last time, I'm not gonna risk it again. So I'm just gonna, like, beat her while I have the chance.
Well, can you just kill her with Asker?
Yeah, actually, maybe there is a way I can get the pot and then, like, have Asker player face her, because... Man, if only I had... I should have ran aerobatics on Peony. I gave her, like, this offensive setup so she could finish off hell.
I think I saw you say that. I was cracking up.
Yeah, because, like, one of the things people like to do is have Embla just, like, face tank Ike forever. So I have an offensive Peony to just, like, one-shot her, because after she keeps on getting the Mystic Boost healing, she's always at, like, 8 HP, so...
Right.
Peony needs a little bit of offensive stuff to get the one-shot. Alright, it doesn't look like... Actually, maybe... Okay, no, that doesn't work. I was gonna, like, say maybe Embla doesn't do that much damage, but no, she just kills her.
Yeah.
Alright, whatever. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah. Just grab the pot. Or just kill Embla.
Yeah,
I'm surprised we didn't get an Embla ult yet. I'm still waiting for it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Summer Embla or something.
Yeah, that was a shock to me because, well, also King Freyr, too. I feel like those would be the big money sellers for seasonals because you could just, bless them whenever.
Please, no more Freyr. I don't want any more Freyr. I hate Freyr.
I love him. I love the goats. Like, those were my 2 favorite OCs, Freya and Freyr. So, like, I would like to get another one of him, but... Okay, this is really awkward. Now I have, like, 5 lift. This is so weird because I
yeah.
Because
because it's worth 5 now. Yeah, it makes sense.
It's a single fight, and then I only broke 1. Oh my god, look how easy this is.
Yeah.
Why do people always do this? They have their units in jail. Like, I don't understand.
They're like, you'll take too long to kill all of them. Like, no, I won't. Like,
yeah. Oh my god.
Just engage on turn 1 and win. Like, okay.
Yeah, if you're watching this and you put your units in jail, don't. Like, that would be my advice.
I saw somebody do that with Ike, actually. They put Ike in jail, and they put, like, 6 mythics around him, so he had like
Oh.
99 HP.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, Ike beats Ike really easily because you're forcing the vantage onto them. So, like,
Yep.
if you
Yep.
player phase them, you're always getting the upper hand, and then you just need a dancer to finish.
Yep.
So, like, I don't understand. Like, a lot of people have been running Ike on defense, and I don't think they really understand that Ike just beats Ike pretty easily.
I've seen people do it, and they've like had little tricks to make it kind of interesting. But like, you definitely need a trick to make it work.
Yeah, like maybe give him Fatal Smoke or something.
Mm-hmm. Or like you make like a rally trap around them or something like that, where like it's a little bit more sneaky than it looks.
Yeah. Oh, so I guess we can talk about this too. What are your thoughts on the current defense maps? Because I'm not a fan of any of them. I think
they're okay. Like I feel like they don't like. I feel like we get so many arena maps actually. Like we get like 6 new arena maps per year, and we get like no SD maps ever.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Or AR maps.
Because arena maps are the most inconsequential shit. Like no one cares. So
exactly.
But new defense maps would actually be hella lit if they would give us some.
Right. Yeah. The thing is, like, they're so afraid, I think, of like breaking the game again because they've done it so many times.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, all it takes to not break the game is to test it, but I don't think they want to test it. So nope.
No, well, I mean, the one time we had a good defense map was Jotunheim Castle when it had the 2 unbreakable walls, and then they were like, maybe this is a little too good. Let's not let y'all be able to do this.
Right. I mean, they nerfed a lot of maps like the first year. Like they nerfed like 5 maps or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they were like, after that, they were like really slow on adding new maps.
I mean, to be fair, OG Spring Breeze kind of needed to be nerfed, but like...
No, you did.
Other than that, though, were you about to say something?
Especially before we had NCD. Like, it was so toxic.
Yeah. Because with the lunge traps, it was just so annoying.
Lunge traps and like all the staff users coming in with a flash.
Yeah.
And there was just nothing you could do about it. You're just like, okay.
And there was like
counterattack.
There was no like null follow-up was extremely rare too. So units that had like a sturdy impact would just hit you, and then they could set up their lunge trap so easy.
Yeah, I did that with Alm. I used to run like sturdy impact brave or legendary Alm, and it was like so toxic back in the day.
Yeah. I gotta love this, right? 13 turns into 35 somehow. the combat forecast is so bad.
Fame math.
Yeah. I've seen it go from... I've seen it say, like, Ike was gonna do 0 damage, and then he hits the opponent, and it's like 65.
Yep. I had that with Freyr. It was like
yeah, look at that shit.
Freyr, and then Freyr just explodes.
Yeah, we went from 13 to 84 there. That's kind of good.
Oh my gosh.
My God,
they definitely cooked. Like, they were like, Radiant Aether's trash. Let's make it really broken.
Yeah. No, I couldn't be happier that they finally made a really good Ike, because...
Yep.
Is there a more deserving character of being OP as hell?
No.
Like in Fire Emblem?
I don't care what anyone says. Ike deserves it the most. Like, he won the first Choose Your Legends for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
actually, I think Lyn won. Didn't... Well, like, technically, if we count all the votes, I think Lyn had the most, and then... Right behind Lyn, I think actually Lucina was right behind Lyn.
I think Ike technically won if you add both Ike together.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that's also a thing they did. They separated his votes.
Yeah. Let me see. I might be wrong. He had like 51,000, and Lyn had 49,000. So yeah, if you add both the Ikes together, he wins. But they didn't do that back in the day.
Yeah.
So Ike was 1st and 5th place.
Yeah.
CYL one.
Yeah. Oh man,
AoEs.
What saddens me is that I feel like if they did another CYL event where every character was available, I don't even think he would win at this point. I think it would be like Edelgard or like some 3 houses garbage.
Oh yeah, three houses would sweep. 3 houses is just way too popular. Like it's it's like the thing is, like with Fire Emblem, like OG Fire Emblem was such a small audience compared to when you like add Awakening, and then when you add 3 houses, it gets even crazier, right? Because they like hit mainstream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the moment when it hit mainstream. And we had a bunch of people who had no idea what Fire Emblem was.
Yeah.
To play it.
I feel like one of the reasons why, though, is because Three Houses, out of all of the Fire Emblem games that have ever came out, Three Houses is the only one that was, like, self-advertising. Because the amount of people blowing up on Twitter about that game, just, like, constantly talking about it, really added a lot of, like, sales to the game. Like, people were like, oh,
absolutely.
There's people talking about this game. I wonder what this is. And then they play it, and they're like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah, that's the thing about, like, that's the problem I have with Engage, I think, is that they play it so safe with the story. Like, it's a very just basic story, right? Like, I think everybody can agree with that.
Yeah.
There's no controversy. There's nothing to argue about, right? So it had no advertisement from, like, Twitter or from, like, people arguing on Reddit. And so no one hears about it because they're like, oh, how was Engage? It was good. And then no one says anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Yeah.
But Three Houses is like, oh, you brought up Three Houses. Like, what side are you on, right? Like, it immediately starts an argument.
Yeah. Okay, I think I might have goofed up here. Actually,
Can you get him in there? I don't think you can, right?
I can do this, and then have him player phase,
and
and then do this.
Okay. Only problem is pots.
Yeah. Well,
is there guidance?
Well, this is helpful.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah. Then you're good then. Yeah. I guess the only thing I have to worry about is Sonya, but I don't think Sonya will kill Ike.
Yeah, I mean, she'll definitely do a lot of damage to him, but then I'm just gonna like start healing. So.
Right. Yeah, I think you'll be fine. There's no extra movement or any tricks.
Yeah, he was getting +1 for my green, so like without that, it's
right.
Like really hurting his setup here.
Okay.
I probably could have kept somebody in 3 spaces so I would get the finish skill to go off. But also this. I mean, this is helpful too. That Ike goes first, so now I can pulse smoke his Sonya.
Oh yeah. I guess Sonya didn't do that much damage because she didn't attack first.
Yeah. I mean, that is so busted that they gave him pulse smoke too.
Ike versus Ike meta.
Yeah. What the hell were they thinking, though? Like, I mean, it was already overtuned as it is to have the non-pierceable DR, but then to have Pulse Smoke on Great Ether, too, like, that's just overkill.
The thing is, right, like, whenever they make a unit, it's always ahead of time, right? So they don't get to see the impact of all the things they do beforehand, like a couple months, right? I highly doubt they retune things, because it doesn't seem like they do. So they were probably like, oh my god, like, we released 2 powerful nukes, and they just, like, overcorrected, like, super hard.
No, I've heard people say, oh, when they released Emblem, like, they forgot about Goto. Like, they forgot he existed.
They're like, who? That guy who came with Mortis? Who?
Yeah. Low-key, though, like, Goto, I personally thought Goto was more valuable than Mortis even back then when they first came out, because, like, even then it was difficult for the armored units to just live, so I wasn't really that threatened by Mortis's end turn thing. I was more so looking at, like, okay, Goto is probably going to age a lot better because he gives the AoE protection, and I thought that was just going to be a more valuable thing moving forward. But I didn't know
I was
they were
always
gonna...
Team for Mortis.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie, I was always Team for Mortis. Joel was just arguing with me constantly, like, no, Goto's the man. And I'm like, nope.
Oh, yeah, I mean, thankfully he's got no weapon on that Dancer, so, like, the pots are going to be a breeze here.
Right. You just got to kill Ike.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my Ike beats his Ike, because...
Watch out for the Volt Tower, too. I don't know where that's...
Yeah.
I saw one.
It's on the corner, yeah. I could break it now if I need to, but I don't think Ike is in range of it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're safe.
Yeah, he's good, yeah.
I mean, if I could player phase right now, I would like to. I just don't think there's a way that I can.
No.
Yeah, because with the trap there...
Just panic him. Pretty much with Mira, and that's...
I mean, the nice thing about all these dancers is that their support effects can go off from, like, multiple spaces away.
Yes.
So, like,
oh my god, so nice.
I don't have a way to warp in Nurgle, because I don't have Soaring... I wanted Soaring Guidance on Peony, but the, because I got her from the, what you call it, the, like, Hall of Form
Forging Bonds?
Yeah. So, like, what I wanted really was Soaring Guidance, but this was the best one that I found, so I was like, I'll just take it anyway.
Yeah, I feel it. I took a bunch of fairies, too.
I also have to make sure we don't get sniped here. Is there any chance Ike... is there any chance this Ike beats my Ike because he just like gets the extra action from the dancer?
I think if you move air up and then dancer up, or if you dance like that, that's fine too. I think he'll be debuffed probably. It'll probably be fine because he'll like have all the debuffs and then also there's guard too. So I think he'll. I'm pretty sure he won't kill.
Okay, I have warping on Peony. Oh, I can do this, I think.
Can Asker kill? My Asker killed Ike the other day. It was kind of funny.
Oh, really? How'd he do it?
He had like an Ignis charged and he just blew him up.
Okay, that's not happening. Let's just repo out of the way.
Yeah, so you pull her back for sure.
Yeah.
Random Ike flying across the screen to kill a fairy.
Okay, I just want to make sure he's not going to, like, snipe somebody after he gets danced. I think we're okay.
No, you should be good.
Yeah, the problem, though, is that he forces the Vantage onto us. So, like, he gets his Great Ether and we don't.
Yep.
But I think we're okay because we just, like, have too much stats for him to really do anything about. I mean, I hope so.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Yeah, and he's not doubling me either, which is good.
Mm-hmm. The only thing is, like, he's getting a whole bunch of healing from having all your units in the background.
Yeah. It's really hard to play around that part of his effects where, like, 3 columns and 3 rows, he just gets all that shit. Alright, and then he's got the trap there, which is annoying. Oh, maybe if I, like, smite up and maybe this is the real bolt trap, we can, like, lower his health enough.
Yeah, you could do that.
Alright, there it is. Oh, that actually paid off. Yep. Wow.
There we go.
Using his
own old bolt trap.
Yeah. Just use his own trap against
reliable.
Him. So many people want to be able to roll back their bolt trap to, like, level 1.
Yes. Yep.
That should be a feature, because, like, so many people would do it.
Mine's at 50 damage, so it's pretty annoying.
There was no, like, how would we have known back then, like, that we would want it to have, like, less HP damage?
Yep. It was so good back then, too, because that was when we didn't have NCD. And so we had units like Surtur even, and you'd be like, okay, if you have to hit this bolt trap, and when you do, Surtur just dies. Like, it just takes too much damage. So it was so nice, and then it just, like, backfired.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so there we go. That pretty successful day. I attribute it to me taking off the fence, because I actually had the fence on the other day, but then because I was running into so many lines, I just took it off to get more space on the bottom.
More space to hide. Yeah.
All right, so that is pretty solid day. It's hard to really say how much lift I'm gonna have by the end of the season because I'm doing 1 fight per, and I can't, like, I don't know off the top of my head, like, how much Aether that amounts to.
I think you should get 140 more from refreshes.
Okay.
And that would be.
Oh, by the way, did you see this? This defense loss that I had?
No.
It's so, dude, this is why defense is so stupid. Because look at this. Otherwise, my defense has been pretty perfect, right? So,
right.
I'm pretty proud of this defense. I think it's solid. I think I did a good job here.
Oh, I did see this. I did see this. I did see. I forgot what video. Who was on the video with you for this one? I was laughing so hard when I saw this.
Yeah, it was DTM and me.
Okay, yeah.
It is like
I was just like, they have one mythic, and then a frame.
Yeah, like what is this? This is like a spite fight. Like he just did this to get rid of my lift, pretty much.
They even have the duo, building. Like what? Like who runs that?
Like what is the point? What is this guy doing? I don't understand.
That's too funny.
Like okay, if someone wants to like do a sack play and like okay, they lost a unit because they couldn't break through the defense normally, and then they just win after that. Okay, sure. But like, what is this? Like, what is going on?
I'll be honest,
here?
I hate sack players. If I see a sack player being DT, I'm just sit there and yell at them.
Yeah. Oh my. But that's the thing. That's why like defense is so impossible too. Is because no matter how good your defense is, you can't defend against a sack play.
Yeah.
Like there's just nothing you can do. You just lose lift. So
it's so difficult. It's so difficult to like actually not lose to a sack play.
Yeah.
Or sometimes people even sack more. They're like, oh, just like let 2 units die, and then you get like -10, and you're like, oh, great. Okay, cool.
Yeah, all it takes is -1 to lock you out of getting rank 1, right? So
Yep.
like,
Exactly.
there's nothing you can do. I would really like it. Actually, I had an idea where they would let us customize our own defense map. Like, we could select an overlay, and then we can select some obstacles to put on it. So, like, hold on, let's go to a clean defense so I can show off some examples here. All right, so, like, over here. So, let's say they let you choose. First of all, you choose which background you want. So, like, maybe you want the fairy background, or maybe you want, like, the moose spell background, or whatever. So, you choose that. Then they let you choose some obstacles to place on it, too. And, of course, I'm not going to go, like, nuts with, like, 4 walls or anything like that. I think 1 wall is fair. So they let you place 1 unbreakable wall wherever you want.
Okay.
Then you get, like, trees, and you get, like, mountains. Mountains can be pretty OP, too, if you could place, like, too many of them. Yeah. So let's say maybe, like, 1 mountain. And then, like, from there you have an option of, like, terrain that can be difficult to pass but isn't impassable, like the trees and the trenches. So, like, maybe you get 1 trench, 1 tree. So, like, just giving us more customizable options for defense, I think, would be really fire. And people, like, making a defense team itself is already fun, so, like, making a defense map would add another layer to it.
It'd be interesting for sure. I definitely think it would shake things up. I don't know how easy it would be to, like, balance afterwards, but, like, at this point, like, the game is, like, just, like, give us something. I would take anything at this point. Like, okay, give me something.
I think defense at least really needs it, because just it's so difficult to defend right now. Like, they just need some kind of buff. And
yeah, pretty much anytime like a meta defense shows up and is actually good, it gets nerfed, like in some indirect way.
Yeah, like this was the only map that I kind of wanted to use because like it's got the wall right where I want it, and then I can just put the fortress there. But these defense tiles ruin this map completely. Like
they do. Yeah.
If they get Ike on there, he's just untouchable. So this is the only map I wanted to run, and I can't even run it. So
Yep. Ever since like the catcher becoming less, meta, like it's been difficult to actually put things near any kind of defense style because you don't have the firepower anymore.
Right. Yeah. So like I don't even know, and the Omni tanks are just like insane right now. Just so many. Emblem. Not only Emblem Ike himself was like a crazy Omni tank, but then he buffs other Omni tanks with Lagu's friend in the ring. Like you can just turn any like old school infantry tank just became a quasi Omni tank now with all of his stuff. So Omni tanks are in such a good spot now.
I was actually talking to Joel and DTM about this, and I was like, the crazy thing is Ike's not even at max power yet, right? Like Ike technically doesn't have max power because he cannot run an engage ring. So once he gets his own engage ring, he's gonna be way more powerful, right? Because not only do you get the effect of the ring, but you could technically get +2 to all stats if you're a whale. So like that's quite a bit of power. Like
I'm trying to think like what ring, which character would have a ring that Ike might want though? Maybe it would be like people have said Roy's ring might have holdout, so like he has like miracle on it.
Right.
I think that would be interesting.
Roy, Leaf maybe. I don't know what Leaf would probably give though, but like Leaf seems like he might be a defensive more one. Corrin had that effect engage where you could turn off like the other, I forgot what they're called, like the attacks from allies. You know what I'm talking about? How they like make the little coordinated attacks.
Like the dual strikes, or whatever it's called, something like that.
She had like a passive you could get for skill points that turned that off. So Corrin got that, like, and it worked against burn damage or something like that. That would be super broken for Ike.
I was thinking Corrin's ring was gonna like just set up dragon veins. Like
I think that's the most common thing that it would probably do.
Yeah, like you equip the ring, and then after you end your action, you like put up some stone tiles or something.
But if they do that, that's really broken on Ike too, because it gives AoE protection.
Yeah, if he can make his own stone tiles, holy shit.
Oh man.
But also, Corrin could end units' actions too, because wasn't that her special? Like the one where she does it, and then like after that, the boss just ends their turn.
I don't remember, to be honest.
She had something like that, or she like stops them in place so they can't move after she hits them with the special.
I don't. All I remember is all the different terrain. That's what I used her for. I just used her to make like a million different types of terrain. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. Okay, so which ring are you most looking forward to at this point?
It was Ike, but now that Ike's kind of gone, because Ike's the one I'm going to probably invest into eventually.
Yeah.
Now, I'm scared of Byleth. I feel like I'm really scared of
Okay.
Byleth because Byleth and Engage had like the Omni dance.
Yeah.
Where it danced everyone around you.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll go that far with it, but I do think they might attach like a Brave Marianne dance to it.
Yeah,
Which
like-
imagine if anyone could be Brave Marianne.
Yeah. That's a crazy effect to tack onto any unit. Like, just give them
Yeah.
refreshing.
Right, and like it won't even be like a 3 cooldown. You could put it on a 2 cooldown special or like a 1
Right.
cooldown special if they have Slay.
Right, yeah.
Like that would be gross.
You could pre-charge it so easily.
Yep.
That would
I
be
can see that being really horrifying.
It would be crazy in like Aether Raids too, because then Gale Forcing just gets another tool that they can work with.
Yep.
As
I
if
mean,
Gale
it would just be
Forcing-
generally good for like everything. It would be like
Yeah.
it'd be ridiculous. Like that I'm kind of scared of. I think Hector's gonna have like a boring ring, like where it's like it might be the same as Ice Ring, but only for like melee units or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't really think I didn't put too much thought in what the DLC rings might end up doing, but I'm guessing like Edelgard might have Raging Storm, so you just get a bunch of extra actions.
That would also be broken. Like imagine everyone just getting a free Gale Force.
Yeah, I was thinking. Did you buy the DLC for Engage? Because I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I bought it.
I think Tiki's ring gives you like legendary Alir's effect, where he comes back to he gets Miracle, then he comes back with full HP.
Yep.
Does
You get,
Tiki-
you get a miracle. Not only do you get a miracle, you get turned into a dragon, which gives you way boosted stats.
That's how Tiki works.
Yeah, it transforms
Okay.
you into a dragon, and you get like insane stats. Like I used it to level up characters because like you could take a level 1 character and just make them like crazy powerful.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's what I was hearing. Like everyone was saying the DLC rings were so busted for Engage.
Yeah, they're
like,
cracked. They're so cracked. Like it's ridiculous.
I'm kind of glad that I experienced the base game instead, because I played my very first run. I just did Maddening Classic without the DLC, no DLC at all. Like not even the Fire Emblem Heroes expansion thing where you get the weapons. So like
Right.
I had like a completely base game intended like maddening run, and it was so much fun.
I did that on my second playthrough.
Yeah, no, for a
My first playthrough, I just did everything.
yeah, no, for a first playthrough though, it's also like really taxing because you lose track
You don't
of
know stuff, right?
yeah, but also that you just lose track of how much time the maps take in Engage.
Oh
'cause
my god,
it's-
that was my biggest problem. Like I think my first playthrough was like 90 hours.
Yeah,
I was like, holy crap.
and it's all off of the reinforcements that just spawn from wherever the hell. Like, there's no way to really prepare for that, and you got to already read like all the skills on all the enemies just to make sure you don't fuck up.
Right, and like the emblem maps took forever. Like those were some crazy maps. Like
Yeah.
they would take so long, and there was so many of them. There was like 12 or something. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
It's just like a non-stop barrage of reinforcements on like every map.
Like Sigurd's map, like 12 mages spawn. They're just like running
Yeah.
at you. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Now, a lot of the times, it's like a lot of the emblem maps for me, it was just like rush to the boss and kill him so I don't have to deal with all this shit. Pretty much.
Yeah, I think I did that with Leaf. Like after a certain point, I was like, okay, Leaf, we're just gonna warp in, kill the people who have items, and then kill Leaf. Like I'm done with this.
Yeah. All right, man. I think that's a good enough place to wrap up. If you've got any final thoughts you want to get out there before we go.
I'm just happy to chat, have some fun, talk about Faye. I think we're in an interesting spot. I'm looking forward to summer. I'm looking at forward to, we do need to talk about one more thing.
Okay.
So Faye with the new Faye channel, we got a new level of power creep, right? And it wasn't a power creep we talk about very much, and that is lewd power creep, right? We've hit the new level where we have like completely censored out art.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to summer to see what we get.
Yeah. What's crazy to me though is after seeing her full art, they didn't even need to censor it.
It wasn't that bad.
No, when they had the censor on her butt, I was like thinking, oh my god, she's got like a thong on probably. Like, what is going on? Why did they have to censor that? And then you see the full art, and she's not even showing anything. She's like covered on the bottom, so it's like,
yeah, she's not even as bad as like Summer Leg Yarn was. Like,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
yeah, no, but someone brought up to me that it's like it's more lewd when it's left to your imagination than when you actually see what it looks like. Yeah, it's like our brains are the ones making it more perverted than it has to be.
Gosh.
It's our fault. We're the ones doing it.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I'm looking forward to summer. I want to see if I can get a whole banner of that. Just everything's censored out.
Yeah. Now, I wonder though, because like, how many other times have they censored? They definitely censored Duo Thor and Loki.
Yeah.
They had the flowers
It wasn't
on
like
them.
as bad, but yeah, they definitely did.
Yeah, because they had the flowers on them.
Right.
There was one more, I think, that they censored too, but I can't remember who it was.
I can't remember either. But yeah.
Yeah, but there's so many very, very, like, for lack of better term, like just softcore porn artwork in this game.
Yup.
If we take a look, hold on, let's see if I can find
Summer Freya, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Summer Freya, for sure.
They're going hard on that.
I'm
Summer Ledyard, they nerfed her butt. Like, they literally made
Oh,
it
did
smaller.
they?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't even remember that.
They like had an update and they're like, if we made her butt smaller.
Wow. Well, so they downgraded it basically.
Exactly. Definitely.
Yeah, I guess yeah, you're right. We got to wait for summer to see what things are going to look like. So yeah, with that, I mean, we could talk about Mythic Loki, but I think people get the gist. Yeah, she's like really good. She's just a permanent duo Thor, so that's obviously good.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, that is a good enough place to wrap up. So if you guys watched this entire podcast, then good on you. You are a true fan, and I appreciate your time so much. So this is your boy Tacho signing out. I will catch you guys again tomorrow for the penultimate episode of the TACHOcast. So stay tuned until then, and I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.